Evening, everyone. It is Sunday the 13th of April. Hi, Mandy and Paul. Welcome, everyone. It has been a lovely weekend. It has been fabulous. I have had my team gathering. My weekend started on Friday with my card and a cuppa, and we had an evening session this week. So we had what we call card and cocktail. So Friday evening we had an online session as well, and then Saturday I was out all day with my some of my team, I should say, not all of my team. Some of my team were able to gather in person, so it was lots of fun, and we were using the Thankful Garden suite, so lots of flowers. So I was in my happy place with hydrangeas and flowers. So if there's anything to kind of get my inspiration going, it's always the flowers. So I have swaps for you. So I'm going to share the swaps from the team. So I will do that, and then I'm going to share with you a little sneak peek of this Gallery Blooms bundle. It's got 2 sets of dies with it. One outline set, and then one that does kind of partial die cuts. Well, they do full die cuts, and then these ones do partial die cuts. So, but they are very pretty. So we're going to play with that. Let me turn my attention to my desk. I'm just going to get rid of this dirty sheet. I didn't realise before I came on live. I didn't look at my desk. Whoops. I'm busy putting everything away from the weekend because that came home yesterday. I'm normally really good. I don't know about you. If you've been out or something, are you someone who put everything immediately when you get home? Do you put everything away? Or does it sit there just to kind of like wait for a little bit? I'm normally, things are falling under my desk. I am normally don't stop until everything's been put away. Otherwise, it will just sit for weeks on end. But yesterday it got left, and I collapsed down onto the sofa and relaxed. So that was right. Let's go with swaps. I have got photos of these, and I will share. I think we're good. Okay, I think we've got some light on this. Let's share. So this one, hopefully we can see okay. Paul says it sits there for a while. Is it a while? Does it sit there for quite a while? This one is from the lovely Maggie. So we've got the cute little toadstools. And the little mouse is from Hearts and Hugs. So sweet colours on that one. Ada says I put things away because my craft space is small. I think that's why I do it. My craft space is not huge, and otherwise I would be tripping over everything, so it has to go away. This one is from the lovely Sue Whistler. So cute little bunnies, and then inside some little Easter treats from Sue. Thank you very much. Cute little box, and it's got a little magnet close. This one is from Claire. Now, I know I saw Claire was out at a craft fair today, and she had some extras of these on her table. So hopefully she had a great success with those today, because they're really cute. This nail file holder was from Pat. Always handy dandy to have a little nail file. So thank you for that. Sue had done these. So this was Sue Jackson. She'd done these in an array of colours. So I got a green one with my crafty supplies inside. What else we got? This one was from lovely Karen. So Karen was down for the weekend with her son, and they were having a weekend in the area. And so while she isn't in my team, she came along for some crafty time, and she joined in for the swaps. So isn't that part of the fun of the community, and all part of the fun? So, and I love the fact that she'd managed to get the starfish from the new notes and totes, and it matches my logo. How cool is that? So the only problem with this is that I keep wanting to unzip it, and clearly it doesn't unzip. But it looks like it should. So she's got the tassels on there, and then it opens up, and there's some little tissues inside. So and then the outside is wrapped with the mini corrugated folder. So very sweet. Thank you, Karen. And this one was from Alison. It's got some mini eggs inside. She'd done these again in an array of colours. So a little basket, and it's got some shakers inside. I'm sensing a theme with the bunnies, but very, very cute and perfectly timed. We've got Easter coming up, haven't we, this weekend coming? So very sweet. And that was Alison. So thank you very much. I've got lots of treats in my craft room now. This one was from the lovely Rebecca Wilmore. So that was Becky. And this is using the new Peaceful View. Now, I was lucky enough to get this one as an onstage prize patrol. So Becky and I had the same number. But how cool is that? Isn't it gorgeous? So she's used what I think is the timber embossing folder on pecan or crumb cake, maybe crumb cake, and then blended with pecan. But it's definitely got pecan ink if it's not pecan. I'm on the wrong. Bear with me a second. I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi. So if I cut out for a second, I will be right back. But I'm going to try and swap over. Maybe a dangerous gameplay. It might cut out. But I am on the wrong Wi-Fi, so I'm going to do a quick swapperoo. Hopefully I'm back. Am I live with you? Can everyone see Heather's beautiful card? If you can see Heather's flowers, let me know. I'm going to just do a quick check on my phone. Probably wasn't the wisest move to swap Wi-Fi while I'm live. But, you know, throw caution to the wind and all that. Doesn't, what's the worst that can happen? It could cut out and I'll have to restart it. Someone says I am there. Grand. Ada says I am. Paul says I'm live. Grand. Anyone in the land of Facebook able to see me? I'm thinking I'm okay. If I'm on YouTube, then I'm okay, I think. So this is Heather's. It's been blended in azure and then water splattered. And this is the Enduring Beauty. Yeah, Enduring Beauty. Isn't it gorgeous? I love the colours. So pretty. So thank you for that one, Heather. Then I got this little treat box. Again, Barry and Jay came along with Sarah and team. So this little Easter greeting box. Mary says, well, I can't see you, but I can see your projects. Perfect. And Carol says, I'm live on Facebook. Wonderful. So this is a little pop open box, and inside is a little cream egg. So I will do that for a second because Barry has kindly put a video tutorial of that. So I'll hold that there because if you scan that on the screen, don't disappear off just yet. But if you scan that at some point or take a screenshot, you'll be able to scan that and see how that was made. So go and say hi from me. But that is their box, which is fab. Let's... and the Easter and the cream egg is still in there. I mean, you know, miracles do happen. This lovely little box, sorry, was my mum. My mum, bless her, Anne, otherwise known, made these in an array of spring colours. So they weren't a swap as such, but she made one for everyone's table at team training. I was really, really rubbish with photos yesterday. So I have shared a reel of us doing swaps, but I got so few photos. I was busy chatting. I didn't get a picture of all of these together, but inside is a little bag of Haribo Eggs Galore Sweeties. So I need to keep them in my craft room if I have any chance of getting them. Otherwise, Joshua will make them vanish. So that was a cute little box. So thank you to my mum, as ever, for helping with those. And well, I say helping, making them all was amazing. And they looked awesome all lined up. So I'm really cross with myself that I didn't take a picture of them all lined up. I love that when you have a collection of stuff and it's all lined up together. But anywho, I have one. This one is from Sarah Sayers, and she has made this cool dude with the keys and the daisies, punk kind of, what's the word? Is it punk? Like, yeah. But a man with the keys and the lock. It's very cool. And they've even got like little stud things on as well. So daisy hair and the ticket. Indeed, Paul, indeed. I know. A proper family affair. So this one is from the lovely Lizzie. She's Share the Sparkle, and it's a magnet. This was inspired by a swap that Lizzie received on stage. She has shared this on her page, but she has resin UV set this, and this is the butterfly wings from Beautiful Butterflies, and she's made it into a flower. So clever. So that will sit either on my pegboard or on my fridge, but it will sit somewhere where I've got a magnet. And then I've got one more. This one is from Rachel Berry, all sparkly pinks and purples, which is super cute. Rachel had such a rubbish day. Her car broke down and she had a really rubbish day, and but still managed to nip in and managed to do some swaps and stuff with us. So it was lovely to have seen her. I know it was not the day that she wanted to have had, but it was still lovely to have seen her, albeit more briefly than she would have liked. But thank you for swapping, and thank you for being able to be there for the bit that you were, Rachel. This was not a swap, but it was a lovely card from one of my team members, Jan. And there's a lovely message inside. But she's done a cool twisty graphic, like almost flower with that paper. And there's a little thank you note. So that's lovely. And I had one more card to share, which was from in the post, which was from Melody. Hyde, Hammond and Penny. We spent some time together recently when she was over, and she posted some happy mail in the post, and I have shared it on my Instagram stories, but I thought I would share it close up with you here. So this is the new sailboat, and then the big sending lots of love that we've had a while. That's using your stash. I can't remember the name of that one, but I love it, and I wish I hadn't let mine go because it's awesome on the front of that card. But that is a new boat that is coming. So there you go. There is all the fabulous swaps. Haven't they done an amazing job? So much talent. Thank you all for taking the time to participate in those. And I hope you all enjoyed seeing them. They were lots of fun seeing everyone with their baskets of goodies and swapping with everyone on the day. So I have for you where did I put it? A die cut. I have die cut. I don't know if this is as far as I got with planning this card. I have die cut a hexagon, and then I have die cut this leaf here into, aren't they creative, Mary? So much amazing creativity. I've die cut this leaf into this hexagon panel, and you can see that it doesn't cut the whole leaf out, it just partially die cuts. You're welcome, Carol. It's my pleasure to share. So it just partially die cuts the leaf, and then it kind of pops out with that from the card, which is cool, isn't it? So these do a similar thing. So they've got like a partial lift, and then they fully cut out those pieces. But I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm using them tonight. I've got another piece of watercolor cardstock. Now I don't have no one has the new in color blends yet. They're not available until they're not available for ordering until the catalogue goes live on the 6th of May. But I do have my hands on some ink colours. So I've got Strawberry Slush and Timid Tiger. A friend blended the part that's die cut and it looked amazing. You kind of have to put a scrap in between. That is a good tip. Top tip. I do have the ink colours, so we're going to do a little bit of blending. Now, I couldn't bring myself to put stays onto a brand new ink set. I don't mind using stays on my ink, on my stamps, because I genuinely just think they're there to be used, and I'm happy for them to look used. But it is brand new out the packet. So I thought, what can I do? What can I do? So I'm going to Versamark and use Memento. And we're going to clear emboss this. So we're going to Versamark first. This is a bit of a technique for you. And then we're going to put our Memento. And then lesson learned. Put your lid back on your Versamark before you open your powder. I ended up having to, I don't know where's my scoop gone? It's not completely buried in there, is it? No. I'm sure I had a scoop in each of these. Never mind. We'll manage. We'll manage. So we're going to use, this is clear, okay? So we Versamarked the stamp. We've used Memento. and then we've used clear powder. Okay, so then we're going to heat the clear powder. And then you've got a glossy black without having to get black specks of powder everywhere. And obviously you can then do that technique with any of your Stampin' Up colours, because Memento is just a black colour of any of the ink pads. So if you were to stamp the flower in Strawberry Slush, do your Versamark, stamp in Strawberry Slush, and then clear, you'll get a glossy Strawberry Slush. So if you haven't seen that before, then hopefully that's a little new technique maybe for you. I'd say as I use my good Memento, which I use on a white pad, I'd say if you're doing this technique, I'd designate perhaps an old or a Memento with a label on, because if you're going Versamark with the Memento, you are going to pick a certain amount of Versamark up into the Memento pad, which I'm assuming over time will not do my Memento much good. So I would say keep one specifically perhaps for that technique, but an odd use of it if you're doing it into a colour is going to be absolutely fine. I've not heard of any reason why that would cause any problems. So I'm going to use my oldie but goodies Stamper blender pens, blender pens. That looks like an okay one. And we'll do a little bit of colouring. So I'm going to use the Strawberry Slush. Now, the reason I've done this, I know you can use these blender pens on basic white, but I like the movement that you get by doing it on watercolor, because you can shift it around more without it bubbling, but you don't have to use watercolor. So that is Strawberry Slush, and this is Timid Tiger. And so I thought we could maybe mix a little bit of the two to have. And then if you haven't used these have been around a long time, these pens. You get 3 in a pack, and they're the same end on both sides. So you get double whammy. But the trick is not to load the pen up too much. It's just to take a small amount of ink, and then you can rub it until it's clear. The nib will slightly stain, but it will still pick up different colours if you just run it till it's then clear. So there we go. So we've got a bit of a mix. We've got Strawberry Slush and Timid Tiger on there. What do you think? Like those? We're going to need a green for this, but I'm thinking that the obvious choice would be granny apple or lemon lime. This is such a pretty flower. That's so true, Mary. Mary says, I love getting the new colours. It sparks creativity. Liking those two colours together. Me too. It's and it's not just the mixing, is it, of the new colours, but the creativity that it brings by mixing, say, strawberry slush with petunia pop, for example. So yeah, it's good to see what that does and mix it into the colour palette. So I'm mostly going strawberry slush, but just bringing in a hint of the Timid Tiger. You can see how little amount of this ink that I have used. And it's nice to see the mix of them together. Right, what green are we going to have? I'm thinking lemon lime. So that was Timid Tiger and strawberry slush. And then if we could do shy shambok. I think I'm going to go lemon lime twist. I think that's probably the obvious choice to go with this one. So just make sure I'm only picking up the green. And now there is dyes for this. You know I love a bit of fussy cutting out, but I am pleased to see some dyes. Always, but I'm equally happy to cut out if there is no dyes. Do you know what? I like the lemon lime twist, but I might grab the granny apple just to add a little bit of shading. Just to bring in a little bit depth into the lower part of the leaves. There. That is better. So the dye will fit through the mini. So let me just grab that. And so the outline dye for this one is this one here. Now this set of dyes has a double layer. It's got a frame in it as well. So it's got this chunky frame in it. It's got the outlines to all the images, and then it's got extra foliage in it as well. So great value for money for that one. Let's cut this out. Now we don't want this to move. Now we've done all our colouring. Now my stem, that's annoying. Now I might just partial die cut because my stem has moved on the, because it's photopolymer, my stem has moved. And so the stem is not going to line up with the die, but that's because I put that on the block wibbly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that far and then I'll cut the rest by hand. So I've just offset the die so it doesn't cut that bottom part on purpose. So you get all the middle bits of that flower beautifully die cut out as well. It means that we don't lose our stem. There we go. Easy as that. Right, so we've got this lovely leaf piece here, which I want to use. So I'm going to, what was I going to do? I was going to kind of watercolour this, which is what I was going to do, but I didn't think through bringing any water. But I do have some brushes with water in there. I just need one to label. We'll go lemon lime twist to start with. And I think I might take Ida's advice actually and just put a little scrap of tissue kind of under there, just to help whilst I'm painting up the way. It will just save those edges, I guess. And I've got a little touch of green on there. Welcome to everyone joining. Char's on from Wisconsin. Say hi if you're here on the I know we're live at the moment, but if you're here on the replay, say hi as well. I will go back through and check comments. I'll get my words out in a minute. I need to be more organised with how I'm going to structure this, but I will send this card out to someone who's watching or watching on the replay. So if you haven't, there's no specific word to put on here or anything like that. But if you haven't had a card from me before and you would like one in the post, pop a little comment, a hi or an ink, which colour you like best or what have you, or just where you're from, and I'll go through and pick out a name randomly, and I will pop this card out to someone wherever you are. I must get better at sending more cards. I do send cards out in the post, but I need to send more. Just on a long list, isn't it, sometimes? But there's definitely, never underestimate the power of a bit of happy mail. Right, let's I think we're kind of good with that. There we go. Let's grab some granny apple, and we'll just do a little splatter so that any bits that have gone over the edge then doesn't matter, does it? It can be a bit more rough and ready. Okie dokie. Now, what can I do with the background of this card? I kind of like that offset like that. I like that. Let's do that. And we will put that there with a couple of dimensionals. And we'll glue dot that down just so that it's not popping up off the bottom of your cards, off the bottom of the hexagon. So we'll just grab a glue dot under there and pin that down. There we go. So let's find a background for this, or and some words. So what about what have we got? What have we got? We've got I tell you what we used at my team event. We used this amazing more messages. This is a new one that's coming. We've had one similar to this before, but I love the fact that this is kind of really usable sentiments in here. So you've got lots of love, happy birthday, thanks a lot, time to celebrate, a happy day, hi there. I would use lots and lots of these. Hooray, you're the absolute best. Yeah, congratulations is super helpful to have as well. So yeah, I would use a lot of these. It is a full background stamp. Do you want to see it in action? Silly question, really. Some background. I think it needs some background stuff as well. So I agree. I'm gonna come back to that for sure. Maybe. Excuse me. Sorry to be coughing on the camera. What was I going to say? Elements of text, I think, would go really well with this, is what I was going to say. But let me do. So we'll just do them in a memento. So I'm going to stamp the whole background. So just tap it lightly so that the words are covered. And then make sure you either use your platform or the very largest block is what you need for this, this stamp. I like using a platform because you can go back over stuff. So we've got nice coverage on that. And this then will not fit through the mini in the mini machine, but there is one die that will cut all of this out in one go. So you just pop that over the top, line it up so that everything is all in place. Probably use a little bit of tape, just low tap tape. I'll run that through my bigger machine and then I'll bring it back on to camera. So that has then cut all of those out. in one cut. And now obviously I've just done Memento onto white, but you could do heat emboss it, white onto black or white onto any colour, gold heat embossed, and then you've got a whole load of fabulous sentiments. So I'd say, yeah, definitely easier. And I just, yeah, I have already, I love the idea of the other one, and I did use some of the sentiments from it, but I wasn't able to make a set of cards for the team, and I used a whole selection. I wasn't recutting one or two of the same words. I was able to pick out and use. What should we put on this one? You're simply incredible. Let's do that. We can have hello. We can have both. I like that you're simply incredible. Yeah. So a good selection, and then you can just have them in a little tub on your desk to use from. Right, ribbon or twine. If I haven't already mentioned, the gold is going. It's on its way out. Sad times. I have stocked up because it's amazing. Now, I know I said that about the last gold thread. I do know that I love every gold thread that comes out. It is a what's it of mine, but an addiction, I think. But it genuinely ties so nicely. I've used it more than linen thread, which is saying something. The other gold thread was lovely for loops and stuff, and I did tie bows with it, but this one just tied so nicely. I wish it was staying, but I know they'll have lots of new lovely things to come, but it's just sad when your favourite things go, isn't it? Right, and let's do. Claire says, how many have you stocked up on? I may have bought 5, but I know that won't last me very long, but it will get me over. It will get me over my withdrawal symptoms, I think, until I get distracted with other pretty things, which I think is the purpose of it. It's not going to keep me going forever. It'll get me over my hurdle. I shouldn't make myself laugh because it's making me cough. Right, let's put this on with dimensionals. And then we need to put this onto a card. So I'm aware as well, I've just flattened all those beautiful leaves down with a great big sentiment, but hey ho, these things happen. Right, I have got out some of the new paper because I was doing something else. Maybe perhaps was having a little play around for some stuff for retreat. So Florals in Bloom is the paper and the bundle that I'm going to be using at my summer retreat. It is gorgeous. I was playing around with some bits today, but this paper is Strawberry Slush, so I thought I could use a little bit of this on this card here. The coordinating stamps and dies for my retreat will be this bundle. So everyone's going to receive this stamp set in their kit, and then you have the choice to add on the coordinating dies and add on the coordinating stamp and bundle if you want to add on the double bundle. So there's options. If you are joining online, then I'll be using both. And if you are doing kit by post, you could always use other things in your stash that would swap out for the larger words that are in this one. But this one will be in your kit, if that is helpful. I have a handful, literally a handful, of places left for my in-person day on the 31st of May. So if you want to come in person, if you're close enough to be able to commute or to be with us on the day, I have a handful of places left. Booking is still open. It's on my website, coastalcrafter.com, and just go to the button that says classes and it's there for you. The online version is also up for booking as well. So that is up and open. And the online version takes place the following weekend. So it will be the Friday and the Saturday, the first Friday and Saturday in June. Is when the online retreat will take place, and we will create all of the projects that have been created during the day of the retreat. So if you come in person to my retreat, you have access to the online retreat as well. So you get the replays, you get the videos, just in case you get caught chatting and enjoying lovely food and things like that, and you maybe don't get all of the projects finished during the day, then you can come the following weekend and then you can craft along online as well. So that option is there for you. Right, strawberry slush base is what I have cut while I have been chatting. Let's cut this a little bit smaller. So we've got a wider border. I'm trying to be frugal with this paper, but we can, let's do 2 inches, and we'll go 9.5. Oh, Mandy, I'm so glad you're looking forward to the retreat. Me too, I'm excited. Oh, why is that shorter than my white? That's weird. That's weird. Maybe because I didn't cut the white at 9.5 centimetres. That'd be why. I'm thinking we might need some embossing. I cut that a bit too small, that pink. It's enough to peek out, isn't it? I like it. 14.3. I think I'm going to double white this. I'm going to layer it twice for an extra border. Just gives it an extra edge against that. I just feel like it needs, I think I'm going to go back to Sue's suggestion, which was the elements of text. And I think we can bring in just a little bit of text in the background. I think it needs something. Bang with my blocks. We could stamp this text in strawberry slush. Let's try. Let's try that. I quite like that in the pink, actually. My initial would have been to go for the black, but I quite like that. What do you think? Do you like it? Yeah. I think that's nice. Got some splatters in this set too. So So if you're not super confident with your splattering, then this does it for you. Again, I think I'll go stamped off just because we don't want that pink to be in your face. There. And then just to finish up, we'll need to glue this together, obviously. Thank you. Dinka says it's lovely. Thank you very much. Watching from the Netherlands. Welcome. I've just put glue down my top, never mind. And on the mouse. Whoopsies. I don't know how I even managed that. What a mess. How did I manage that? Okay. So we will. That one is done. Let's see. That one is leaking, I think, is the culprit. I don't know what's going on with my glues. I've got a whole big mess. A whole big mess of glue going on. Right at the final hurdle. Okay, so we've double mounted that with a very small white frame, but I think it just adds a nice layer. That is going to go onto a strawberry slush base. So strawberry slush is quite a strong card colour, but having the white on there. And then this is strawberry slush DSP, but the way that they use the colours on the DSP is they can kind of like, it's a tone of strawberry slush. It's not the full strength. It's kind of watercoloured out on the card. So you get the variation. Then we need our hexagon. I'm not going to put any dimensionals on the back of those leaves because I don't want to stick them down more than I already have. I want them to have as much dimension as possible. And we'll pop that across the middle. And then a couple of glue dots under there. Pull that down. And then just to finish up, if you're making a wish list for when the catalogue goes live, be sure to add the in colour gems to your list. They are gorgeous. I also have on my list this same set of gems, but in the 24-26 in colours. So they're exactly the same gems, but in Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, and Petunia Pop. So you get this shimmer to them. And you get all their in colours. And I think they're lovely. So I have already used lots of these. I'm going to use the strawberry slush gems on there. Cool. Right. Just lift some of those leaves back up just to get that texture in there. There we have it. There we go. I haven't done the inside tonight, but we've done swaps and we've done the card. So there you go. This one comes with, as a suite, this one comes with quite a muted designer paper, which is beautiful. There's some really gorgeous pieces in here. I've used this as an ocean background. There's lovely sort of just plain backgrounds to stamp on. But if that colour palette has not drawn your eye, then consider the bundle, because it will go with so many other colours. The flowers in there are gorgeous, and hopefully that gives you a little bit of inspiration. So there you go. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a good week. Have a lovely Easter, and I will see you soon. Take care for now, everyone. Thank you. Bye.